You ever wonder what separates successful people from the rest? It's not luck, it's not talent, it's habits. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be unpacking 10 habits that successful people swear by and how you can start applying these today. Habit number 1 is setting clear goals. Have an idea of where you want to be, what you want to get out of life, where you want to go, the direction you're headed. Successful people get crystal clear on exactly what it is that they want, and they take some time to figure out what their goals are, what they really truly want, and how to get it. And then they write these things down. Not only do they have goals, but they review them regularly. Millionaire Dan Martell has said that he reviews his goals at least 3 times a day. So it's extremely important to review your goals to make sure that you don't lose sight of where you're going and lose sight of your goals in the day-to-day grind. Because as you go along, it can get real easy to get bogged down and lose sight of what you're aiming at. So make sure that your goals are written down somewhere that you can see them and you review them often. Now, are your goals going to change along the way? Of course, they're going to evolve. They're liquid. But as you evolve and as you grow, those goals will adjust with you. All right. But at least having some goals will get you going in a direction. Because if you don't have any goals, you're like a ship lost at sea without a rudder, just out there drifting along. Now, successful people use what are called SMART goals. I'm not going to get too much into that in this video. If you want to learn more about SMART goals, go ahead and watch this video that I had on SMART goals. All right, habit number 2, having a consistent morning routine. Successful people know that getting your morning right sets the tone for your entire day. So they make sure that they take time to get their mind right, get their body right, get moving, feed themselves with healthy, good food, get some writing in, and a lot of times they pregame the night before. One of my mentors told me that the success of your day depends on how well you prepare the night before. So successful people start the night before with part of their evening routine, so that way in the morning they don't have to worry about trying to figure out, is their coffee ready, is their clothes ready, all that stuff set out. So when they get up first thing in the morning, they can get that body moving with some exercise. They can get their mind right with some meditation, with some writing. They can get their education in with getting in some reading, and then looking over their plan for the day and scheduling everything out and get moving on with it. But a good morning routine is extremely important to get that momentum going. Momentum is extremely important, so that way that's going to carry you throughout the day. For me, my evening routine to get my morning routine started is I preset my coffee to start brewing at 4 in the morning. I set out my clothes because I know, hey, I want to go to the gym, so I get my gym bag set out. I figure out what it is that I'm going to be doing that next day, and I get my clothes set out or my uniform, whatever it is that I'm going to be wearing. And then I go through my checklist and make sure that I have everything set for the next day, so I'm primed and ready to go. So when I get up in the morning, I can hit it hard, exercise, I can get in my meditation, I can do some writing, I read at least 10 pages, and then I get my day going, and it's already crushing the day, and it's not even 8 o'clock yet. So take some time and create a morning routine that works for you. If you're kind of lost and don't know what to do for a morning routine, a couple of good books that I can recommend would be the 5 a.m. Club and the Miracle Morning. These are great books that talk about how to create a morning routine that works for you, that gets you in that mindset of crushing the first hour of your day. All right, habit number 3, lifelong learning. Highly successful people are continually educating themselves by listening to podcasts, reading books, listening to mentors, going to business conferences, or anything that they can do to make sure that they stay up on the latest information and educating themselves so they can learn new tactics and skills and things that are going to help them make them more efficient, more effective, more productive. However, they need to improve themselves. One of the ventures that I recently got into was multifamily property investing. So one of the things that I did to continue my learning process is I signed up for a 3-day multifamily course so that I can take a deep dive into what it takes and the skills that I need in order to be successful at multifamily property investing. Whatever that topic is that you want to learn, that you want to be good at, go and get a book on that topic. And then read everything else by that author. Find out what else other information is out there about that skill or that thing that it is you want to learn. There's always something new and information that you can use to make you better at whatever endeavor that you're chasing and trying to be good at. So continue learning. Habit number 4, highly successful people prioritize their health. They understand that in order for you to perform at a high level, you've got to be able to take care of this body, this vessel that's going to move you towards those goals. You've got to be able to manage your energy by eating good, healthy food, exercising regularly, taking care of your mental health through meditation, through journaling. High performers understand this because it's kind of like having a Ferrari sitting in your garage with no gas in the tank. Yeah, it looks pretty sitting there, but it's not going to get you very far. Habit number 5 is time mastery. Highly successful people plan their days intentionally. They avoid time wasters, and they use tools like calendars and checklists to make sure that they are able to stay on track with whatever it is that they need to get done. And they can constantly be checking to make sure they're on track and making progress with their taskers. One of the things that I use very effectively, thanks to writer Carol, is the bullet journal method. Now, I've taught my students to use this bullet journal to plan out their day, schedule their tasks, prioritize the important tasks over the just every other day tasks, and then use a thing that is called the Eisenhower matrix. The Eisenhower matrix helps you to determine what things are important and what things are urgent. Highly successful people time block their days. They schedule out everything in their day. It's been said that if it's not scheduled, it won't get done. So they're very intentional about their day. They guard their time mercilessly because in order for them to be maximally productive, they've got to make sure they maximize their time and manage their time effectively. Habit number 6 is taking action fast. Highly successful people know that opportunities only come around so often. They create their own luck. Luck is a combination of preparation meets opportunity. So highly successful people ensure that they prepare themselves so that way when opportunity arises, they're primed to be able to take advantage of that opportunity. The other part to that is they don't waste time sitting there hemming and hawing on whether or not they should do it. They take action. It's very easy to talk yourself out of something, but by taking action and not making any excuses, you can push yourself to move forward and get things done. Just recently, I was at a real estate conference, and the opportunity came up to sign up for a 3-day multifamily investment course. The course cost about $1,500, and I knew that at that time I had the means to do it, and so I jumped on that opportunity. I took action, I signed up, so that way I can take advantage of that learning opportunity so I can improve on my skills and push my life forward and invest in my future. But had I just sat there and questioned it and came up with excuses and wasted time, I wouldn't have taken action. And then it would have been just a whole lot of talk and not actually do anything. You've got to strike while the iron is hot. And successful people know that. When an opportunity arises, they do it. They do it now and they take action. No excuses. So next time an opportunity comes up, don't be afraid. Just take action and just do it. Habit number 7, network and building relationships. It's said that your network is your net worth. Building those relationships and networking with people are going to open up a lot of doors for you to be able to improve your lot in life and take advantage of those opportunities. You never know who that next person is you're going to talk to that's going to be able to introduce you to that person who's got the key to unlock the door to the life that you want to live. So don't be afraid to talk to people. Reach out, build relationships, start networking. Jim Rohn said, "Show me your friends and I'll show you your future." Highly successful people surround themselves with like-minded people that they network with, and they build their teams and create their empires. So if you want to be a highly successful people, figure out who the people are who are in the industry that you want to be in, that are of like mind, that are doing the things that you want to do. Go reach out to them, talk to them, introduce yourself, and network with them. Start building that team of relationships of people that you want to surround yourself with that are in the lifestyle and industry that you want to be in. Making these connections is going to go a long way, and it's going to build a whole lot of lasting bonds and open doors for you to be successful. Habit number 8, positive self-talk. High performers practice gratitude, affirmations, and they focus on solutions, not the problems. Look, there's no shortage of problems. Everybody's got problems in this world, and you could easily sit there and make excuses. But problems are there not to stop you, but to determine who wants it bad enough. If you can conceive it and believe it, you can achieve it. But that starts with that positive self-talk. Highly successful people look for the opportunity in every problem. Every problem has a solution. It's just waiting for you to find a solution to that problem. So, what problems are you having? Ask yourself, how can I solve this problem? Look for solutions, because the solution is there. Making excuses and wasting time playing the victim never, ever helps. It never solves your problem, and you won't get anything from it. All it does is waste your time and energy. Highly successful people focus on that positive inner self-talk. They tell themselves, this is achievable, this is solvable, I can do it. I just have to come up with a solution. And they get to work thinking about the solutions. So reframe any problem that you have and look for the opportunity. Look for the solution. It's there. It's just waiting for you to find it. Habit number 9, accountability. Highly successful people track their progress, and they hold themselves accountable to the things that they say that they're going to do, the promises that they're going to make, because they know that if they don't hold themselves accountable, it's easy to give themselves an excuse not to do it. But that's not going to move them towards their goal. So they hold themselves accountable. They take responsibility for their actions, and they track everything that they do. Because when you're tracking these metrics, you can see the progress that you're making. Now, this could be something as simple as when you go to the gym or you go work out. Track your weight. How much do you weigh today? How much exercise did you do? Did you walk 2 miles? Did you walk 5 miles? Did you do 20 push-ups? Track these things, and over time, you can see the progress that you're making. When you start to see that progress that you're making, it's going to give you that good feeling inside. And successful people know this. They can also see where they're making progress and where they're hitting a plateau. And once they start hitting that plateau, they know that they need to start making adjustments and figuring out how they can continue moving forward and making more progress. And last but not least, giving back. Successful people know that it's important not to just take, they need to give. It's been said that focus on what you can do for others and you'll be taken care of. I know that sounds counterintuitive to take care of other people first, but when you focus on what you can do for others, the value you can bring to others, how you're going to give back, that puts that vibe out into the ether, and that brings that same vibe back to you. I don't know how it works, but I can tell you that it does. Some call it spirituality, some call it karma, whatever label you want to put on it. I personally think that the good Lord above is watching me, and every time I help someone else, he's more willing to help me out. So successful people know this, that when they give back, when they help teach someone, they mentor someone, they guide someone, they share knowledge, and they support causes that are bigger than themselves. And this act of giving back fuels fulfillment and gives them purpose in their life. So if you really want to take your journey to the next level, figure out who you can give back to. What kind of value are you adding to your team today? Is there someone that you've reached out to give a hand? Have you helped out in your community? Done any community relations projects? Helped out at your local food bank? Or even something simple as maybe help your brother and sister with some homework. Whatever that is, you get fulfillment from helping other people, knowing that you did something good for someone else. And that energy that you're putting out in the world will come back to you, and you'll start to see that things are going to open up for you and people are going to be more willing to help you out and help you reach the goals that you want. All right, that's it for today's video, everybody. If you got value from today's video, please hit that like and subscribe down below. I also left a link in the description to a downloadable checklist of the 10 habits of highly successful people that you can use to create your own habits and be successful and reach your goals. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you in the next video. Highly successful people plan their days intentionally. They avoid time wasters, and they use tools like calendars and checklists. I don't even have my own damn checklist. Shit! Should have my freaking